The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Hashem set up a world that if you saw, you were 24/7. Everything that you do or think is being accounted for. And you even have a score sheet or a scorecard on you as you're doing it. You would literally go out of your mind because you're being watched, you're being judged, and no one likes to be watched and judged. They just don't like that. Ask any person who's a celebrity, they'll tell you after a few weeks or a few months of them being followed or whatever, even if people adore them, they hate it. They just want to go away where no one recognizes them and they're not being judged. I had a very funny story. My Rebbe said the story that a number of years ago when LeBron James was in Cleveland, Ohio. So when he was playing for the Cavs, so the story goes, my Rebbe told me the story himself, Yehoshua Sova. He said he happened to be in the JCC of Cleveland, and he was in a small corner in the back. And he was minding his own business. Suddenly in the middle, a security guard comes and says, everyone get out, get out. You didn't understand what was going on. Anyways, they didn't see him. They literally took a bunch of people and literally threw them out. You're like wondering, what's going on over here? He's in the weight room minding his own business, and suddenly they throw everyone out. The place is completely empty. Okay, fine. He tells me this story. He says, after a few minutes, the room is completely empty. He's still doing his thing in the corner, minding his own business. And so he says, a few minutes later, he says to me, in walks in the biggest black guy he's ever seen in his life. This guy was ripped. He was huge, and he was wide, and he had muscles bulging. He never saw a specimen like that ever in his life. And this guy's working out in this JCC, and he's going to the different things, pumping iron. Anyways, he starts walking to this small little corner, this forlorn corner where Rabbi Brog happens to be in his little corner. He goes, hey, what are you doing here? He says, I don't know, am I not supposed to be here? No, you can stay here, it's fine. He says, oh, well, thank you. That's very nice of you. I didn't know you reserved this. No. I asked some of my friends. I just wanted to work out in peace. I just wanted the place to myself. And I have some friends here in the community, and I just wanted to work out over here, see what their equipment is. He's like, oh, very nice. He goes, by the way, my name is Yisrael Brog. What's your name? The guy rolls his eyes. He goes, my name is LeBron. He goes, that's your first name or your last name? He goes, seriously, you've never heard of me? He says, how would I have heard of you? I just met you. He's like, do you live here? Yeah, I live here. Really? What do you do? I'm a rabbi of yeshiva. What's a yeshiva? School for postgraduate people to become rabbis. How long have you been here? I've been here for 30 years. 30 years. You never heard of me. LeBron, you just told me your first name. My name's LeBron James. Does that sound familiar to you? Never heard of you. Seriously, you never heard of me. How can you not hear me? Do your students know about me? Why would my students know about you? Do you teach? No, I don't. He says, LeBron, what do you do? He says, no, whatever. I'm originally from Akron, Ohio. I have business interests here in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, really? Okay, fine. All right. I guess I'll ask my students if they heard about you. I never heard of you. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to burst your bubble. And they were schmoozing for another 10 minutes, good conversation, normal conversation between two people. And LeBron was actually enjoying the conversation that somebody actually on planet Earth does not know who he is. And after he finishes, my Rebbe says, well, LeBron, it's a pleasure meeting you. Yisrael, pleasure meeting you. My Rebbe walks out of the room. Suddenly he gets mobbed. 50 people. What did LeBron James tell me? He's like, how does everyone know LeBron James? He had no clue. Right? But anyways, LeBron James really appreciated there's somebody on planet Earth that does not know who he is and is just drooling when he sees him. He actually respects him and is talking to him like a normal human being. So can you imagine if we had that microscope on us, which we do, but Hashem, He puts a veneer, He puts some type of shade that we sort of we're able to block it out and be like, oh, he doesn't see me. He doesn't know what I'm thinking. He doesn't know exactly what's going on and all that. We actually think that, but it's delusional in a way. Why does Hashem do that? He does that because He wants us to live and function as normal human beings. And I believe that's why the Ramchal says, Hanishkachim b'nei Adam bateva. It's forgetful to people. Why? Bateva, with Hashem, teva. This idea of Hashem hiding it, making Elokim, making it seem like nature, the course of nature. He's hiding it. He's doing an unbelievable favor for us to live and function as normal human beings.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org